Teacher, Ms. Finwell asked, "Can anyone tell me why the Hawaiian Islands are formed in a line?" They barely ever talked about Hawaiʻi in her Boulder school, so Anna was pumped to share what she knew. Her hand flew up, words spilling out of her mouth before she was even called on. The fire goddess Pele used her o'o to dig down deep and find a new volcanic crater to call home, Anna proudly explained. She's on Hawaiʻi Island now, and people make sure not to make her mad. Snickers immediately erupted around her, and Henley Skanecki coughed, "Freak," behind a perfectly manicured hand. Heat blossomed in Anna's cheeks, and she sank lower into her seat, regretting her outburst. "Class," Ms. Finwell had clapped her hands together to get them to settle. "Okay, that could be a theory. Thank you, Anna." She nodded at Anna and offered a tight smile before looking around the room. "That really doesn't tell us why they're in a line, though." Anna squeezed her eyes shut and wished she could disappear. "Yes, Ridley." Ridley lowered her raised hand and sat up straighter. "The tectonic plate that the islands are on is moving slowly in a northwest direction over a hot spot. Magma comes out of that hot spot and forms the islands. That's why they're in a line, with the oldest being in the northwest and the youngest in the southeast." "Precisely. Very good." Anna peeked at Ridley in time to see her best friend on the continent's proud smile at Henley's approving nod and hair toss. That was that. The deal was sealed. Before lunch, Henley's flock, with their perfectly matching sneakers and perfectly parted hair, swarmed Ridley. Anna'd been held up changing after PE and had no idea that she really should have skipped the paper towel wipe down in favor of speed that day. By the time Anna got to the cafeteria, Ridley was at Henley's table, the one closest to the doors where everyone would see them. Anna stood there like the ultimate fool, blinking and holding her sack lunch before ducking her head and hurrying past the loud laughter to the empty table near the stinky trash cans. Their plan going into 6th grade had been new school, new cool. They were in middle school, and Ridley was determined to find the right group of girls for her and Anna to hang out with. Now the year was over, and it seemed like Ridley had succeeded. Anna had not. Anna blinked hard, the sound of rain on the airport's metal roof bringing her back to the present, and she shivered, grateful to be in a hoodie and jeans. The painful memory of her mistake was slowly healing, but, like a newly formed scab, she couldn't stop herself from picking at. Why hadn't she just kept her big mouth shut? It was science class, not mythology. She should have focused on the facts, and the facts stated that curses, legends, and all of Tūtū's gods and goddesses weren't real. Maybe then she'd still have Ridley. Ugh, this summer's trip had to be different. Anna checked her phone. 2 new messages had appeared in reply to her letting her parents know she'd landed. Mom, be respectful and help with dishes. Love you, sweetie. Dad, partying face and heart emojis. Anna analyzed the text. Dad liked to communicate in memes and emojis. Unfortunately, it made it tough to understand him at times. This one probably meant he was celebrating that she landed in Hawaiʻi and loved her. Nothing new from Ridley, and she didn't click on her friend's name again. She had the last message Ridley had sent her memorized, burned into her brain. Anna, are you going to go to the board writer retreat this summer? Ridley, I'm going with H to Paris. That was it. No crying emoji at missing the camp they'd been going to together for the past 5 years, at the end of every summer. How was Ridley going to get in shape for the winter snowboarding season? And who was Anna going to tell all about this trip during their endless cross-training runs? And seriously, she didn't even act excited about a trip to Paris? No, OMG, can you even believe that they could both squee and gush over? No, I really like you more, but Mom is having me expand my horizons. Nope, she was going to freaking Paris with freaking Henley, and there was zero chance Anna and her Hawaiian stories could ever compete. Well, maybe not zero, but it'd take some major convincing of Tūtū to change her plans, which was exactly what Anna was going to do. Anna stuffed her phone into the side pocket of her backpack. She straightened her spine, squared her shoulders, and prepared to go head-to-head with her grandma to earn a summer that would make her the equivalent of Paris chic in the eyes of Ridley.